Lunchbox is brought to you by Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And look where we are. We're back.
Yay.
Jeff Defo DeForest, Mike Lubie Lubitz. We are at Delaware Seafood Market, Chicken Farm, a long-time Hollywood icon. And we're going to be joined in a moment by Gene the Grilling Machine. But meanwhile, here we are. With brand new floors. It looks beautiful in here.
Yeah,
they
it
did a
looks
little
great.
sprucing up over the summer. Jeffrey Defo DeForest, are you feeling spruced up today?
I always get excited to come here. It is amazing. I was just telling a friend as I was getting ready to exit the car. I was on the phone. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "We got the Mike Mayo show." He says, "Where's it at?" I said, "Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market." And he said, "Oh, what's that going to be like?" And what's interesting, as many great restaurants as we go to,
There is. Food is arriving right on
whenever
cue.
we come here, oh my God, and you got like
Just
a
for Defo.
No.
Yom Kippur platter here.
Gefilte
But,
fish, even a Yom Kippur thing. I
It's
don't
for
think gefilte
Rosh
fish-
Hashanah
Yeah.
because
Gefilte
we
fish is not
eat
a Rosh Hashanah thing.
feasts to greet the New
Well, that's all
Year's.
you and Lubie. In fact, all of
On
that
Yom
is.
Kippur,
My
we
wife-
don't eat.
Yeah.
We fast. We're talking about those of the Jewish persuasion, which would include you, Lubie, and myself.
Yes.
But Delaware Seafood
He
and
went wild
Chicken,
with this, yeah.
they are known for their holiday platters. So, but anyway,
But the
go
thing
ahead.
is, I was going to say, I mean, when Gene's cooking and with the food being so unbelievably fresh, and
Look at
at
this
top of the line, that we end up eating as well as we do in many of the fine restaurants we go to, and they're not really a restaurant per
No,
se.
they're not a restaurant, but
Yeah,
they're a
but they do cook this stuff for
full-scale
you.
market.
Yeah.
Again, we are here back after a little bit of a break for the summertime. Everybody took some vacations. They did some freshening up in here. New floors look gorgeous. The place looks spotless. Great selection of fish, of course, seafood. We're waiting for stone crab season next month, where I am anyway. We've got the poultry, the sausages, the meats, the steaks, the grab-and-go items. Again, they have that roasted chicken we love. They have the fish dip that's world famous. They have so many things
Soups
here.
are dynamite.
Yeah, the soups are
And then
great.
you were admiring the seafood case where they have all kinds of,
Fresh
just
whole
gorgeous looking
fish.
snapper.
They have beautiful snapper, and they have hogfish
The
snapper.
hogfish
Oh,
is
they do?
fantastic.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, and then of course they have the branzino coming in from I think it's European branzino, but a full selection. Whether you want filleted, swordfish steaks, they've got tuna steaks, they've got the whole fish that they will clean, scale, and fillet for you. Or if you want to grill it whole at home, you can do that. Whatever you want, they will do it for you. They're like Burger King. You could have it your way.
You can.
At Delaware.
Well, and again, fueled by ownership's desire to lose money. in a place like this, you would expect to pay a premium price over what you would find like in a supermarket or something.
Yep.
And instead, it's just the opposite. You're paying far less than you would for inferior product that's available in most supermarkets.
Well, let me give people two tips. First of
Yeah.
all, if you want to come in and see the place for yourself, you can find it right here. I will give the landmark that Defo knows, right across from the classic Seminole Casino that used to be known as the Big
Oh,
Hole.
There.
boy.
Here's the man.
You're
Gene
talking.
is back.
I think he's
He's
still
going to
running
come
around.
sit
The
in a
dancing
second.
machine.
But again, 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. It's just south of Sterling Road, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino. You can't miss it. There's a big chicken on the roof. But tip number 2 for all you folks out there is go onto their website, DelawareChicken.com, and then there's a spot that you could click and give your email address so that you receive their weekly
Oh,
flyer.
nice. Oh, that's
The
cool.
weekly flyer includes all the specials and promotions. Sometimes they might have coupons.
Oh, nice.
But go online, DelawareChicken.com, sign up for their weekly flyer. And, this is one of the reasons why print is dead, because now you can just get all this stuff right in
Yeah,
your
wow.
email
Right
box.
on your phone.
And this is why I'm here now, as opposed into the pages of
You have to
places
do
that-
some sampling and some explanations here also, Mike Mayo, before we get too deep into the show, because this looks. If I was a gefilte fish guy and a chopped liver guy, This looks absolutely amazing.
Well,
It
my
smells
offer
great.
still stands, Defo. If you would consume a piece of
I
gefilte
just,
fish,
you know what? It really would,
give you a
kind of
crisp
change my perspective on what
$100 bill.
so far is a wonderful day.
And you notice they make okay. And let's
Am I a bad Jew? I don't want to
No,
go
it's
Sid
fine. I
Rosenberg on
can't.
this.
I don't like gefilte
Does this
fish.
make me a crappy Jew in Sid's
No,
terms because I don't like
it
gefilte
just
fish?
makes you an unadventurous eater because
No, I
even
eat
if
it though.
you-
I have had it.
even if-
I know I don't like it.
well, you're scarred from the jar,
Yeah.
so to speak.
He probably is scarred from the.
No, I am
because
scarred
that's
from the guy. Yeah.
And that
In fact, I
jelly,
was ready to cut myself with the jagged edge of the glass after eating a gefilte
that
fish.
indeterminate substance that's not quite
That
liquid and
gelatin.
not quite
It's
solid.
the white
that
gel on
gelatinous.
the.
It jiggles like my belly, and
See here, it doesn't have that. These are onions.
exactly.
Yeah.
You notice this is,
This is just
fresh
fish.
made
It's just
from
fish.
carp, whitefish. I mean, they grind the fish, they
Yeah.
make it fresh, and then instead of
Well, I mean, look at it this way. It's more for you guys.
right, well,
It is.
instead
My
of
wife loves
topping
gefilte
it
fish. I would bring
with
her home. gefilte
the gel,
Where
they
are you going
top it
first?
with
Gefilte
onions,
or the chopped liver?
onions and
Yeah.
carrots. Now,
Yeah.
carrots, unfortunately, Val could not consume this because it also has
fish. Oh, would
carrots
she
in
eat
the
gefilte
mix.
fish?
Oh yeah.
She would eat it
She would
if
probably
it didn't
try.
have, but it does have carrots ground
And it's
into the
probably
mix.
inside of it too. Yeah.
It is, but
Looks good. Though. Looks
so
great.
that she has a built-in excuse
Oh, no,
because she
horseradish.
Sure,
truly
horseradish. That's
is.
not the neon
No, it's
red
not the neon
horseradish.
red, but I'm okay with
That's
this.
fine.
Is the classic Seminole white
Yeah, it's
horseradish.
horseradish.
Okay.
I think actually the Seminole tribe actually produces this.
Oh,
product.
No, do
I
you
could be
do the
making that up.
Seder and the whole thing?
Well, there's no
See,
Seder
that's
no
what's
Seder.
for Rosh
Okay.
Hashanah.
Gefilte fish is
That
not.
would be wait.
Oh, that's
Let's.
Purim.
You
yeah,
are a
whatever.
bad Jew.
He's not the greatest.
Seders are for what
Passover,
holiday?
yeah,
Passover. Passover comes in the spring.
He never said he was a great Jew.
All right, and I'm going to give
I
a
had
little.
bar mitzvah.
I'm gonna,
That was the
I
last
had
time
bar
I was in temple.
I went to Hebrew
Jesus.
school.
Yeah, I
and,
did too.
uh,
Yeah.
My friend Bill Sherman, who was also not a good Jew, because one time in between our elementary school, PS 236, and our Hebrew school, Temple Shalom of Flatbush on Avenue
Temple
U,
Shalom. You went
we
to?
would stop off for a snack. Sometimes it was at the pizza parlor, and sometimes it was at the little Chinese takeaway.
Okay.
Bill Sherman loved roast pork wonton soup. And one time he took his roast pork wonton soup and brought it with him into the temple and ate it while he went before the Hebrew
In the
school.
eyes of God,
He
he
was
frowned upon.
caught by
Yes.
Rabbi Block, who was the
Rabbi
principal of the Hebrew school. And I thought he was going to get like eternal damnation right on the spot. Rabbi Block threw him and the wonton soup right out of the temple building, and a whole team of rabbis was called in to sanctify the building.
Oh, they had to go over the whole building.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. All right. Meanwhile, we have Gene here. Sorry for that digression.
Gene had the same thing happen when he was in shul as a kid. Also, I can assure you.
Gene is our
Yeah.
honorary member of the tribe here because look at this. He made this gefilte fish
I'm
and
grabbing a piece of this.
and the chopped liver and of course the roasted chicken, which is kosher.
That's an all-star piece
mean,
right there.
I don't know if it's kosher, but it's not like it's definitely acceptable to eat at
Yes.
any time of the year.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you, my friend? How's it
I'm
going?
doing good. Nice to be back, and it's been a long time.
It feels like a long time.
Yes.
You're looking good though.
You
Thank
look
you.
great.
Things
You
are
guys look
going
good.
well. Yeah,
Yes.
looking good.
You got
Thank
hopefully a little R&R during the summertime. The place is looking very, very spiffy.
Yeah, we have a new floor.
New floors look great.
Yes, thank you.
Looks
Trying
very-
to make it look better. Trying to make it better in general for the customers.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yes.
We're ready
Mhm.
for the fall season, and this is where things kind of get freshened up, and we're all ready to go and get back to business.
Yes, sir.
I just want to give the dates for people because here it is. It is September 17th today, the first of the Jewish high holidays. Rosh Hashanah begins on the evening of Wednesday, October 2nd. I
Yes.
memorized this because I'm a good Jew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the following Friday evening is Yom Kippur, which is going to be October 11th. It works out very conveniently because, like Sandy Koufax, Mike Lubie Lubitz does not pitch on Yom Kippur. But because it falls on a Friday night into Saturday, he does not have to take any time off for the Lunchbox. We will not miss any Lunchbox episodes. But meanwhile, for
I'm
those
sure
of you,
that was his initial concern as he observes the holiday.
he'll do anything to get out of a day's work. But the bottom line is, you guys here are prepared for all the Jewish holidays, catering
We're ready.
needs. Yeah,
We're ready.
how much do you get in terms of business? Because I guess there are, it's a large Jewish population in this area.
Because we look at it in Hollywood, and then we have Hollywood Hill, Hollywood, Emerald Hill. We got a lot of Jewish people
Emerald
Surround-
Hills, Hollywood Hills.
surrounding us, and Davie as well, Aventura. All
Yep.
these people, they come in and get gefilte fish from us. When we say
It's
gefilte
the best
fish,
gefilte fish I've ever had.
we make the gefilte fish here, as you can see.
Right. What's
And
in it
then
again? What
It's made with whitefish, carp, and pike.
Pike.
And then we also have some sub. You could sub some of the fish when we don't have it. You could sub with like a Boston squad. Some people put tilapia. Some people put salmon. Some people put also some snapper in there. So we have so many things you could sub when we don't have it. But we hope we don't have everything this year.
Yep. It looks like this was made the traditional way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. It's a traditional recipe made by the black Jewish guy.
Hey, Rod Carew.
And I use
Sammy
I
Davis
use
Jr.
I use my grandma, my great grandma recipe. Every
Nice.
time they taste it, they tell me, "Oh, it tastes like my grandma." So that's
And meanwhile, let me dive into the. Did
So
you
we're
get
gonna-
pretty pictures? Because I'm going to go into the liver. You guys have some of the best chicken liver, of course, because it's a poultry, Delaware chicken farm and
yes,
seafood
we
market.
use our freshest chicken liver,
Mm.
and then we made that here.
That's good.
So we're gonna have everything from gefilte fish ready. The fish you can call in and place your order. Whitefish, park and carp. If we don't have it, we're gonna let you know when we're gonna have it. But please do call 954-983-6831.
I was just
So we
about to
could-
quiz you on the number. I have
Yes.
it right here. You know it by heart. You must have worked here a while.
I work here. I've been here for quite a while. So to place your order ahead of time, and then if we don't have the fish ready, we'll let you know when it's gonna be ready. You can come in. As a matter of fact, as I was getting to get to the show, one lady was placing her order, and she placed it for September 30th.
Perfect.
To come and pick it up.
Right.
We're also gonna have plenty of chopped chicken liver. We're gonna have the cook item as well. We're gonna have rotisserie turkey,
The rolled turkey, too.
the turkey roll.
Oh,
We're
that
gonna have the
stuff's great.
turkey breast.
Yeah.
So place your order ahead of time. This way we could get them ready for you.
That's
Beautiful.
great. Again,
Mm-hmm.
954-983-6831. Place your orders in advance. You can ask for Gene, and he'll be happy to help you, or
Yes.
any of the other very
and the-
friendly, fine clerks here.
In the office.
You
Mhm.
guys, I mean, it's incredible. This place has been around since 1951, and this same location since the 60s. And it's that kind of consistency, quality, dependability that people can rely on. I've been coming here, I can't believe it, Defo, over 30 years. I've been in South Florida 35 years. I think the Thanksgiving turkey has come from Delaware for most of those 35 years. And I'm getting ahead of myself because before we get to Thanksgiving,
we have to
got
get
the
the
Jewish
stone crab.
holidays. Oh, stone crabs. Oh, I'm going to do my happy claw dance. That's
some-
next month,
That's
right?
next month. Correct. We're gonna have to do a show prior to that. It's October 15. at
Yeah,
the
I think-
beginning.
I think we've already
Mhm.
made the arrangements that on Thursday, October 17th, we'll be back for our October show.
Mhm.
Convenient, right, Defo, that I did it for after stone crab season starts and not before.
They know your MO by now.
Because I think I consider it a public service, Gene, that
Yes,
every
yes.
year people don't know how to properly
they have to teach 'em.
either crack a stone crab claw or debone it, declaw it, to peel it off so you get nothing but that beautiful, fresh, sweet, succulent crab meat. And I'm sure that the waters are just brimming with these crabs awaiting their ritualistic sacrifice of one claw.
And then leave one. on
Leave
there.
one and again let them regenerate. Am I in a great mood today? I
Yes,
can't
you
You
are.
are. You're on
You are.
something.
You-
What is
you-
it? The
you are
gefilte
telling the
fish?
whole
Yeah.
story.
My God.
You are telling the whole story for the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
who didn't know.
This would be the way to go, though. I mean, why
Mhm.
struggle at home and trying to come up with it, and don't do it right, and then people are indifferent to it when you serve it. This is the way to go. I mean, it looks
Yeah, it's all
absolutely
prepared for you, and
fantastic.
then you.
Yeah. We need to get a second opinion though. Well, Lubie, you got to get in on this chopped liver thing. Is that your bag? I don't know. Chicken's fantastic. Man.
I love the
roasted
liver.
chicken.
Oh, the roasted chicken.
Yeah.
You
Describe
can't
that.
go wrong with the roasted chicken.
You have
and,
that on sale a lot, or for lunch specials and whatnot, right?
Yeah, we sometimes have it on sale, and then we always have it. You just let us know. If you are adjusting it just for the Jewish holiday, if you're having like a party, you just call us. Let us know. We could have it ready for you by the hundreds. So
And I have to compliment you because I can't believe it's already been 3 months, but 4 months since
Mhm.
my daughter had her high school graduation.
okay,
And I think I came in and I picked up some of that roasted chicken
Yes,
along with
sir.
some other things, maybe the fish dip and those classic grab and go items that you have here also. which makes any party, football watch party season now.
Yes, sir.
This would be great. I mean, by the
Mhm.
bucket, you can grab this, or
Oh yeah, my daughter, all her friends, they were chomping down on that.
I'm
and,
glad they like it.
it's good
Yes.
stuff. You know that. So yeah, and that's the roasted chicken. I was also telling people that you have your weekly flyer now that you send out by email,
Yeah.
and people can just sign up for that by going to the DelawareChicken.com.
DelawareChicken.com, and we also trying something new. The QR code. You could scan the QR code. We have one by the wine.
Mhm.
Now we've been carrying some wine, as you may see over here.
Yeah.
Some very selected.
As I walked around the store today, because I hadn't been in here in like a month, and I just love all the little things, Defo, that makes every meal that much better. From some of the specialty sauces, the mustards, the rubs, the spices,
Mhm.
the wines. They have some fresh game or frozen, game in the
Mhm.
freezers. This case back behind me, they have, like you said, the chicken soup. They have the farm fresh eggs, including organic eggs. Some of them sold not just by the dozen, but by the
by the
crate.
flat.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yes.
20 eggs. And I look around and I say, why would anybody ever shop like at a supermarket that's gouging your eyeballs out when you could come here and have yourself like really good quality and not just that,
Reasonable price.
reasonable price,
Mhm.
and it's the old-fashioned customer service that
very much customized.
1-on-1.
You can have the weirdest idiosyncrasies about the way you want this stuff to be presented, and they'll do it for you,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is great.
it's service with a smile is one thing that separates you again, and it's great. Sometimes I come in here and I still see Doug Carter is working the counter
Yeah,
sometime.
Doug's
and-
still here. Today
Yeah.
is his day off, so he's
Oh.
not here. But he's here almost every day.
The man just cannot. There's no
Yeah.
quitting him.
He's
He
not
just
quitting.
no. He just wants to be here, and he loves serving his longtime customers.
Yes.
How's Jose doing? Is he around?
Jose's doing fine. He just stepped out. He went to a show
Okay?
down in Miami. I hope he'll be back before you guys.
A trade show,
done.
or is it like
A food show.
Oh, a food show. Okay,
Mhm.
because I was going to say, was it something like Les Miserables or something like that? But I didn't peg him for like a Broadway
Went to
guy.
audition for Wheel of
Yeah.
Fortune. I mean,
That's a food show.
A food show. Yeah. No, and
We're
he's
going to
always.
check out what they have, what can offer us, and then if there's anything there for us. That's why he went. Him and another coworker.
It's
So
all good.
he
Meanwhile,
should be back soon.
I am just enjoying myself between gefilte fish, chopped liver. It's making the the Brooklyn boy in me very happy as we got the high holidays. Do you know which year it is on the Hebrew calendar there, Defo?
52-24.
You're off by about 560 years. It's 5785.
All right.
How's that for quick math? 5785, which we know is a very lucky year for both Defo and myself, because it's going to be
a good year.
I'm thinking it's going to be a great year. We're going to all be inscribed in the book of life and sealed in the book of life. Although Defo is always, although I can't be, you know what? Every day is a blessing, especially when
That
we're
is
here.
that is correct. That is correct. Every day you wake up, it's a blessing.
It's a good sign.
Yes.
Hey, let's take our first break. Defo, I mean, it's also Tuesday today, and our friends right down the road at Tropical Acres. It's a good night to go in there because they have half price wine night tonight, along with half price happy hour on the bar from 4:30 to 6:30. So we love Tropical Acres. I don't think they're doing any kind of special Rosh Hashanah dinner there, but they do have their Thanksgiving dinner. And you
Thanksgiving would be great there, I would think.
well,
I mean,
I don't know, because call me old fashioned. I like picking up a fresh killed turkey from here.
right. But if you
And then
weren't
make it
if you weren't
yourself.
cooking, I mean, this is one option.
Yeah.
But I would think they would do a tremendous job just because of the way they're known for the prime rib. I would think they do turkeys really well.
They do everything. well.
Yeah, I would imagine that's a
These
great
two
place.
places, again, they're on my list of iconic South Florida eating.
Yeah, Tropical has been
established.
around for a long time.
Yeah, 75 years there. You guys are giving them a run for the money. I think only
Mhm.
2 years behind. If
Yes.
it's 1951. So again, over 70 years that Delaware Seafood and Chicken Farm is in business. That's great stuff. Tropical Acres is great stuff. Give them a look-see today at tropicalacres.com. Better yet, get in there for dinner tonight. So much great value. Studio Alley family will take great care of you as well.
How's a chopped liver, Rob?
I love it. I've been chowing down on it. I could eat
Right
the
now,
whole
I'm not
thing.
chopped liver, but you are, and it's great. We're going to come back. More tremendous display here. I mean, you can tell quality when you walk in the door And then it really is amazing, Mayo Man, to see the prices set at lower rates than you'll find in most stores. So you get the best of all worlds here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Back with more of the Mike Mayo Lunchbox in a moment.
Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo the Lunchbox sent you. A little further inland, Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C. 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood, State Road 7, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino, just south of Sterling Road. Defo, with apologies to our friends Kevin and Brandon over at Batch, where I love having their chicken and waffles, I'm doing something a little different today. Chicken and gefilte fish.
All right, it's a new wrinkle.
An unorthodox combo.
Yeah.
But I'm digging it. It works.
Gentleman at the cash register
looking
is
at you
just
like the lunatic
absolutely
that you are.
astounded
Yeah.
that somebody could do this.
Now, that's a combo that actually is working. I don't know about chicken and chicken liver because it seems like it's kind of like an unholy alliance of
Flash?
a chicken body along with its internal organs smashed up, and that's just
Yeah.
seems wrong. But I love the chopped liver.
Now, are you a liver and onions guy or just chopped liver?
Not a liver and onions guy.
At one
For some
time I
reason-
was, but I would imagine that I'll go the distance to my grave without having it
I
ever
think it was a
again.
depression
Yeah.
era thing because, like, my father liked liver and onions, beef liver, not chicken liver, in a pan, and it has that smell that
I actually, there was a time I would go to a restaurant, like, if it was like a Denny's
Well,
type of restaurant, and
big
order liver and onions
you would.
and be happy about it.
And you or your father used to eat liverwurst?
I used to eat liverwurst. I got sort of onto it for a little while, and I liked the spiciness of it. And then, unfortunately, one day I made the mistake of reading the ingredients, which were very difficult to decipher. I mean,
Oh,
they
Jesus.
may as well have been written in Hebrew,
Oh, God.
like when you got the Haftorah at your
Yep.
bar mitzvah, and you've been practicing with like phonetically spelled Hebrew words, and then all of a sudden the stuff is like smaller than any agatype
Right.
you've
And
ever
you're
seen.
like, I
And
can't
you're like, hey,
pronounce it.
Rabbi, you hand me this now in front of my rich uncle? What the hell? I
I
mean,
can't read it. Do you know that boar's head liverwurst is actually killing people now? Not to cast any aspersions on anybody else's products, but
the ingredients
The-
were I mean, so unnatural.
literally, and this is a sad story that in the last month there was this listeria outbreak.
Yeah.
Listeria is a type of bacteria that can prove fatal, especially for, well, I don't want to say it, Defo, but for older people with compromised
Well,
immune
it was a
systems.
big thing, but it was. I mean,
Well-
they make a lot of great products, but it seemed to be from the lesser.
Well, it was
popular
at
products.
a certain plant in
Yeah.
Virginia, which they've now shut down. This is the food news portion.
Yeah,
And again, I like Boar's Head cold cuts. I like their turkey products. The turkey products, the chicken, the
Boar's
roast
Head's
beef
great. I
products
mean,
they're
were
great.
not impacted. It was a plant in Virginia that produced some of their pork, ham products, and their liverwurst. And the liverwurst was actually pinpointed as a culprit, and I think at least one, if not
glad
two
I gave it up.
deaths. So
there you go.
if you want, well, they don't have
They have
liverwurst here.
liverwurst
They have
here.
chopped liver here, but this liver is just
Really good.
fresh. You know,
I've never been a
taken
big
right
chopped liver
from
fan, but
the
this is really
poultry.
good.
And there are no concerns here about any.
I'll
kind
give
of,
you a Boar's Head product that I've become addicted to. All right,
Go ahead.
it's the Cransational chicken salad.
Wow.
I don't know if you've had this, it's not cheap like any Boar's Head product, but so well done. I mean, like the chicken product that's in the chicken salad is fantastic, and the way they mixed it all and blended it together with the cranberry influence and raisins and celery, absolutely phenomenal.
They also have a.
Cransational chicken salad.
They also have a great rotisserie chicken salad right here at Delaware.
Yeah,
I've never had that.
But you know my favorite Boar's Head product. Oh, there's two
You
of
like
them.
their mustard? Aren't you a big fan of their mustard?
Bing, ding, bing.
mustard.
You're
Yeah.
like weird
Ding,
about their
ding.
mustard.
I did purchase a bottle of their Boar's Head deli mustard that is also spiked with some horseradish.
Good product.
And
yeah.
I bought that for the barbecue, the Hasta
Yeah,
La
that was
Vista
nice.
Casa de
That was
Mayo.
nice. I had that on the sausage.
On
you
the
made.
sausage and the hot dog, that mustard works really well.
That's
Bought
good.
a nice fresh bottle.
What's the one with the H? It's like a
Wow.
body or something like that. What the heck
A
is
mustard?
it? It's a mustard brand, spicy deli mustard,
God.
and I'm blanking on the name.
Now I'm totally blanking on a name.
Yeah, check it out. And it's also very good.
Gouldens?
No, it starts with a B.
You know,
Starts with a
Gouldens.
B.
A B. I don't. You've stumped me. You played stumped
I don't
the
know.
foodie.
Yeah,
But
a very commonly found, but I'm picturing the
Mustard.
jar, and
all right.
I can't picture the
A
the name.
Biden for
Yeah.
Machimaka.
I can look it up.
I mean,
Biden's
I'll-
mustard?
No.
Biden's.
That has no bite.
Yeah, exactly. That's bland.
It's lost its edge. All right. No politics, Mike. No politics. All right.
Let me try and look
What
it
did
up.
I want to get into next? I did want to talk about. Well, you brought up the San Gennaro Festival, which is ongoing
yeah.
in New York City
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, when
12th
was
to
the last time
22nd?
you were at this thing? Because it was an
must-
eye opener for me the first time I went.
Must have been when I was back in high school because I haven't really kind of been in New York in September in a very long time. But ongoing from September 12th to the 22nd, it's the big Italian feast that's down in what's left of Little Italy. But I love it just because just it makes me think of that scene in Godfather Part 2 with we were talking about what's his name, Finucci and the young
Just wet my
Vito
beak.
Corleone.
Yeah.
But no, you were talking about like I haven't been there in a long time, but I love those street festivals. Down here we have, of course, Calle Ocho, right?
Yes.
Bontempi.
Oh, but Tampty.
Bontempi.
Yeah.
See, I think
The
of
pickle
that.
people.
I think of that with pickles, and I also do.
They make a nice mustard.
Don't
They do make a nice
Yeah,
But
mustard.
I think of them with pickles.
Bontempi. Look at that. Defo actually did some research.
Look at him. He nailed it.
Bontempi.
Well, I was always a Gouldens guy, and then there are other mustards with spicy brown mustards that are very good,
Right.
but
Kosciuszko is a good
Bontempi
one.
is always very good also.
Bontempi you see on a lot of
I'll give you Boar's
delis.
Head
I
also.
think of
Yeah.
Delis at on the deli tables in
Right.
a classic New York Jewish deli. Bontempi is big.
I'm Jewish. When I think of Jewy pickles, I think of
Bontempi is the only
Bontempi.
one.
That's like my grandmother always had Batampi.
Half sour or sour?
I would say sour, probably.
Half sour or sour?
Oh, me?
Sour.
I like half sour.
See, I buy the Bontempi. I used to anyway.
See, I like Goyish pickles. I like my dad liked them dead to the world.
Not those like
I like when they
classic dill
I like when they
butter
have
pickles.
the crisp. I'm
Oh, yeah?
Goyish Gentile.
You know, I
in
already
my
had like
pickle taste.
I
I
won't
will
call it
admit
a fight, but it was a little dispute because like Val buys these like Vlasic.
I know.
They're called dill pickles, but they're the little slices that, and
Nah.
again, they taste like you used the word. I said they call them Goyish pickles.
I'm not trying to be mean, but that's what in our house. That's what we call them.
And
I'm
me
sorry.
being the insufferable jerk I am, they don't have the Bontempi little pickle spears, but they have those Grillos, which is an Italian style
yeah, those
spicy
are
pickle.
nice. Those are nice.
I bought those for a cookout that she threw over Labor Day.
Yeah.
I was like, enough with these Vlasic Goyish pickles. I got the Grillo pickles, and let me tell you, it was a hit. Everybody was going for those pickles to put them on their
Yeah, they have a
burgers and
nice
stuff.
I'm going
nice
to
flavor.
give you a pickle brand that I find outstanding, and I'm a big pickle guy.
Okay,
Shirley loves
called
pickles.
Kitchen Classic Dill. There
Okay.
it is right here.
Kitchen Classic Dill.
These,
Oh, those are the ones Shirley
these
likes.
are great.
Because they have the
All right.
garlic flavor, right? They have a nice garlic
They're
flavor.
Really,
Shirley loves
the
We'll
those.
have to
best,
post a
kind
picture
of,
on Let's Eat
yeah,
for
Shirley
people
loves
to
those.
find it.
yeah,
I have not
absolutely
had those.
fantastic.
Shirley's like you. She's big into pickles.
I'm
I'm
a-
like, it's
I'm
a
a-
pickle. I don't really.
I sent this to you.
Fair.
I mean, you probably
No,
overlooked it, Mayo, but
I probably did, but I will.
really just an outstanding pickle brand here.
Don't
They're
sleep on
really
those
good.
pickles.
I'm not
Kitchen
sure they're
Classic Dills.
A lot
My
of
wife
people
loves
in the group. Okay, so Bontempi, as I was saying, I love getting the half sour and letting them age in the jar until they
That's-
get to almost sour.
That's
It's
how my
kind of like
dad likes
the
them.
3/4 sour, you
Yep.
would call it. The problem is this.
I don't like them.
I remember when I first came to Florida, a jar of Bontempi pickles at a local supermarket
good.
that begins with a P.
Yeah.
You would get them for like $1.99 for a jar, and for a long time they were in the
I was gonna say they
$3.99 range, and then all of a sudden, since COVID, and like
Did that
at-
cause a pickle
at-
shortage?
at that
They've
Publix,
jacked
at
up
Publix,
pickle
it's
prices
up to like $9
For
a jar.
$9
for a thing.
pickles. No,
And
I'm
they're
sorry.
putting less pickles in it than ever. There's like
Nope.
maybe 5 half sour whole
No,
pickles in there.
No,
So remember, it used to be a nickel a pickle. Now we're up to a deuce, like $2
I
a
do
pickle.
remember when it was a nickel a pickle, and you used to go to the deli, and they
You
had
just
a
get a
big
pickle.
barrel,
Yeah, you
and you
fish
used
out
to
your own
spear
pickle.
one. Yeah, it was
I used to-
fantastic.
I did a lot of fishing for my own pickle back in my.
Oh, Jesus.
Those pickles were
you don't need
you were
to make
you
one.
were looking for your pickle too back then.
Oh man, how did
Holy
we get
crap.
here? Bottom line is this. Oh, on the group, a lot of people rave about a place up at the what's it called? The Pompano Flea Market there, the Festival Flea Market.
Yeah,
That
that's
there's a
not far
pickle-
from me.
There's a pickle guy there, a pickle stand, like a classic.
Is that place
Lower East
closing?
Oh,
I think it's
really?
closing.
They've said it was closing for
Yeah.
the last 5 years. Like it's
It's
I
like
think within
Crazy
10
Eddie's,
minutes from where I live. Yeah.
Electronics.
You're
yeah.
talking about the flea market?
The flea
Festival
market.
flea
Yeah,
market,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the pickle guy there allegedly has great pickles in a barrel, so you could go fishing
you
for
better-
your
you
pickles.
better get
We
'em
should
soon.
go over
Yeah.
there. We should go there. Grab the pickles.
It's going to be a car wash in a couple of weeks. So.
Jesus.
They could use the pickle brine for
Yeah.
the car wash.
There
It
you go.
works
Clean
a
the
pretty
car.
good car wax, I
Need
understand.
like a wax.
Just that Skyline
Oh,
Chili
Jesus.
acts as a pretty good lubricant.
Lubricant.
Which
No
is
doubt.
why the
Waxes your
old Fort
insides.
Lauderdale location is now going to be a Valvoline.
But if you're
oil
going to go
change service.
Skyline Chili, Mail, get the 5-way. Get everything that you can to possibly
I don't like
disguise
the beans.
what it is.
He
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
even
I get a
the
wet
beans.
4-way. The 4-way being the
The
layer.
wet 4-way in and of itself conceptually
I think
sounds
It
disgusting.
just sounds
you've
so
been
I mean, do they
around.
hand you a diaper when they give you that? I
You've been
mean,
around Skyline
wet
Chili
four-way.
enough with me that I think you could actually name all 5 elements to a 5-way. Can you do it?
yeah, I guess spaghetti. Is that count as
Spaghetti,
one?
that's the one. That's the one
So
way.
you
The
got
base
cheese, the bogus chili.
with
Yes.
the chili, the
Onions
cheese,
and
that's
beans.
3-way.
Yeah.
The beans and
Onions
onions.
is 4, and beans is
He
5.
nailed it. This is because you're annoying
I
about
think
it.
he's a secret lover of Skyline
No,
Chili.
I'm telling you, I normally like that kind of thing. I really do. I was saying this the other day. But if you're going to make some kind of mishmash of stuff that you would normally consider as a horrible combination and atrocious, but it's good to people. I mean, I'm a guy who used to buy giant cans of Hormel chili.
That's
and eat
an
them.
indictment of your own taste.
But then
buds.
I grew up and
I
realized
grew up.
this is a mistake. But of that time, and I'm sure there are many people that obviously like it, or they wouldn't be in existence.
Yeah.
But as that kind of stuff goes, it's disappointing to me because it just doesn't have the
It
punch
doesn't have flavor.
of like a real bowl of chili or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't have it. There's no sock to it whatsoever.
And
The cheese is disappointing. It's like cotton candy, where as much cheese as they pile on the thing, it really doesn't add anything or take anything
We're
away.
gonna
It's
have to
neutral.
maybe do another
we
show
should do
from
another
there.
one there.
Actually, we've never done a show there.
No.
I've just dragged him there. when
No,
he lost the bet.
we
went
didn't do
in
the
the
show.
early
didn't do the
days
show.
because Sarnie had a
No, because I
Sarnie
owed you
never-
guys a lunch. Sarnie
Yes.
showed up and poached his way in.
Sarnie never had it, I think.
Oh,
Sarnie
yeah.
never had it.
But
I
the
still have never
people,
eaten
they
it with
couldn't
a
be
pot.
any nicer.
No,
and
Tony
people were
and
having a good
Jennifer
time.
over there on University
They do
Drive.
a great job.
They do a great job.
See, I actually don't mind the hot dog. It's not a
Coney,
great
as they're
Coney
known.
dog. It's not a great
The Coney
thing.
didn't do much for
It's
me.
not a
either.
great chili cheese dog, but it's not horrible. I've never actually had it over the pasta
Now
because
you sound like me.
the
critiquing
pasta
it.
weirds me out. Like to have all that
It's
stuff
not
on top of pasta. Like I
Well,
don't
if it
need
had
that.
more flavor, I'd be a fan.
I don't
Look,
need
it's
it.
one of my guilty pleasures. Hey, you know what's not? You know, talking about something that's good in a bowl right here. They have those. Didn't they have like the 3-bean chili that you brought home that Mustang loved?
vegetarian chili.
Yeah, the vegetarian.
That was
chili.
great. Great.
Oh,
They
here
have all
it was
kinds of
really
soups
good.
and great things
The
here
soups
at
are
Delaware.
fantastic.
Again, we're at Delaware Chicken Farm and
Even
Seafood
if they
Market.
poured down on spaghetti, it would probably
It
be
would probably
better
make more sense.
than that Greek stuff you keep making excuses for. You sound like J.D. Vance when
You know
you're
what, I'm
talking
gonna-
about Skyline chili.
I am
Really
going to
do.
try
like
that. I'm going to
JD.
get their vegetarian chili and put it on.
Well, I
some-
didn't mean to make a story of
I
that.
think on corkscrew pasta would probably be.
Bomb threats are being called in. Militia, Proud Boys.
We got to take our second break, but before we do, I'm going to put in the good word about our friends Kevin and Brandon at Batch.
I love
New
that we're not the
Southern
only
Kitchen
ones
and
doing
Tap.
that.
Again, many more positive posts flowing into the Let's Eat South Florida group about Batch in Fort Lauderdale, 525 North Federal Highway. Open 7 days, weekend brunch on both Saturday and Sunday with bottomless drink options. They have the great chicken waffles, the biscuits, all kinds of great things. Jambalaya, shrimp and grits on the brunch menu. Dinner menu has all kinds of good stuff like their short rib and their blackened redfish.
That redfish dish is
It's good
ridiculous.
stuff. They have all kinds of great happy hour things. Whiskey Wednesdays on Wednesday night.
Not
that
for chicken
features
sandwiches. the
charitable
chicken platter.
components. And don't forget the free parking right in the garage next door on that side street up to 4 hours. Makes it very easy, especially when it's a little bit soggy outside. You get that covered garage parking. Makes it real simple. And also got to remind you that they are now open with a Batch
Well, I was gonna say
Southern
if you're
Kitchen
north,
in Delray Beach.
and I love the Fort Lauderdale location. I'm not gonna lie, it's like so it's close to my heart because we've
Right.
been going there, and it's where we really got cool with Kevin and Brandon. But if you are more north, the Delray location is very convenient.
Reconfigured it. It's
very
now a
convenient.
full-fledged
And they have
scratch
great
kitchen
specials right now.
and all kinds of good stuff. That's in the Delray Marketplace.
I can't
West-
tell you how
Delray
bummed out
Beach.
the Mustang was that he didn't come back with some of those
Oh,
biscuits.
yeah, I know. I didn't even
No,
say
they
anything to
were
show.
not open at the time, and I'm not going to say, "Hey, can you make me a bunch of biscuits?" But yeah, I mean, she literally the disappointment on her face was
She threw you out of the
easily
house.
interpreted.
Get out of here until you come back with some biscuits. All right. That's, again, Batch locations, Fort Lauderdale and West Delray Beach, right by the Turnpike and Atlantic Avenue, Lyons Road. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Crackers are great here, man.
These crackers are
Whatever
really
those
nice.
are, what the hell?
They're
Come on,
really
you ought to
nice.
get in a little
I
detail
I
on
love
that.
that you said
All right,
something.
more chopped liver coming up, and more gefilte fish on Mike Mayo's Lunchbox in a moment.
One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell him Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. We are just rolling along. September, it's already halfway through September. It's only a week away from fall, the official fall season. We're less than 2 weeks out from the high holidays, October 2nd, Wednesday evening. Actually, a little more than 2 weeks, 15 days away. Can get all your beautiful holiday dinner platters, catering, whatever you need right here, Delaware Seafood and Chicken Market. And again, I forgot.
Do they do matzo balls?
Of course, matzo ball soup.
I
think
that's the thing.
Well, you know, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me back up. They definitely have chicken noodle soup here. I don't think they.
I was going to ask
matzo
you, and I wasn't
balls.
sure about matzo balls.
But the sure thing for matzo balls, where we're going tomorrow for breakfast.
Grandpa's.
Grandpa's is back in the fold too,
That's your
just in
matzo ball
time for the high holidays, and that is the place to get your challahs, the beautiful round challahs, the apple challahs. We're going to be talking more with Freed tomorrow.
Man, would be a high holiday central.
He really missed us over the summer, and he's actually credited the Lunchbox for helping him with his public speaking, becoming more outgoing, and he actually spoke at a city commission meeting about a project that was on the books, and he said, being
That
on the show
got
helped
him
make
ready?
He was ready. He wasn't
Got him ready to deal with jerk offs.
Oh,
And I taught him patience because he's had to deal with you
a fine
eating
bunch of
turkey
people.
and
I'm going to say that in my last 2 weeks as a city resident. No, actually, I'm still.
I'm sure they're fine people, but it doesn't mean they're not jerk offs. I mean, anyone that's dealing with us makes them a little bit more of a jerk.
Oh, that's right.
This would be a challenge. If you could deal with this, you could deal with that.
Again, Delaware Chicken, if you want to get the finest gefilte fish, chopped liver, and other things for your upcoming holidays.
It is amazing. You would think you would have to walk into some high-end deli to get stuff of this quality.
954-983-6831, 983-6831. Ask for Gene, and you'll get your full holiday
It is
catering
funny,
platter.
that,
So,
how quickly they get slammed and how quickly they get rid of it.
ebbs and flows in here.
No, but it's just interesting to me that they really move through people.
Well, you see how many...
not that the Russian people, they just are very
I'll
systematic.
give you a great example of that. And that was my observation when I was coming in. I'm sitting in my car. I was finishing off a phone call. Then I noticed that Mayo parked in the pickup only space as he was walking by. So, but two guys had pulled up, one on each side, to come into Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, and I wasn't in the car 2 minutes, and they were already back out with their stuff.
That's the thing I'll say for look prices.
Instead of taking number 742 at some supermarket, and then they're on number 4, you know, and you're looking around going, where is
efficient?
everybody?
They're ruthlessly efficient but friendly. And you can see just how many people are behind the counter waiting to serve people
and
who
not
walk in.
to
And
slam any supermarket, but that is something I always hate. You know, you grab the thing and you're like, I'm going to be here for 30 freaking minutes. Like, there's always the one person that doesn't know what to order.
Piece of American cheese. I have never had any. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't have to worry. Like, here they get you in, they get you out, and on your way, and I love it.
Yeah, and I'm looking around. I love everything. Just looks so fresh and
very professionally displayed.
And the new floor is nice. Like, it like brightens the whole freaking place up. Yeah,
pops. And that's, credit to Jose, who's now taken over the show here. And he is definitely putting in some of the capital improvements so that this is going to be here for hopefully a long, long time to come. Because
73 years.
I don't know where I would go.
Yeah.
So Sarni
for my Thanksgiving bird.
This is where you go.
Here. Yeah.
Sarni keeps bringing up some video about you dancing with a tray of food. Where is this video? Why have I not seen
I'm trying to keep that on the down low, but I did film some social media for Grandpa's for the upcoming holidays. I will play it for you on our final break, and then I mean, I've utterly debased myself.
I saw this, yeah.
Val said, "Do not." What he said, I wouldn't share that.
Is it in Facebook? Where is it?
No, it's on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, I did send it to people, including my daughter.
So it's on Grandpa's. Like, you allow Grandpa to use this?
It was our friend Rachel who handles social media for them.
No, but they're having it on there because they actually have a lot of people.
I thought I sent it to you guys. Did I send it to you guys?
You did send it to me.
I did send it to you
and
guys.
I viewed it.
Here it is. Oh my God, it's on their thing.
Yeah.
I
was that stupid dance challenge where you do like the kicks, like the Rockettes, and I really gave it some gusto.
Jesus, what is wrong with you?
I started doing the hula hoop at the end there.
It's so weird.
You look like the time you were drunk at the Tipperary when you got up and said, "Hey, I think I'll start dancing."
What the hell
is Mayo
that?
moves.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh man.
Thanks,
I did want to talk about. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about?
I'm not sure it's the best marketing move by the Grandpa's people. They might want to reconsider having Mayo dancing with a pizza.
You could tell Freed that tomorrow.
Goldberg did a nice.
Goldberg is good. Goldberg,
yours was.
I'm just shameless.
What?
Utterly debased myself. Award-winning food critic.
That was classic.
Oh, by the way, did you see there was a segment on CBS Sunday mornings? You know how you love 60 Minutes on CBS?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I love their Sunday morning program, Sunday Morning, which is more attuned to like culture, the arts, things that are not so hard news, but they do a lot of interesting hard news features.
Do a good job. Yeah, great interviews on there.
They did a feature on the newly retired New York Times food critic Pete Wells.
Oh, they did.
And basically about how overeating and health concerns basically he read the Riot Act.
Out of business?
Yeah, well, his doctor read him the Riot Act, and the same concerns that kind of stuff that befell me, that I couldn't keep doing it for a newspaper where you're going to be eating all the time as opposed to now when I'm not eating all the time.
The way you described it was interesting. Where you're like, I would have to go to a place 3 or 4 times,
right, and order every dish on the menu with 4 people. And he did the same thing, but they did kind of like a little extra overtime thing that they didn't put on the air, but they did have it online that Nikki Mohan sent me. It was like the correspondent Martha Teichner explored Pete Wells' refrigerator. It's like, what's in a food critic's refrigerator?
There's a lot of leftovers.
And it was so stunningly similar to my own refrigerator, which is like
condiments,
a ton of different hot sauces and condiments on the door, and then mystery items. Yeah. Like things
leftovers,
like leftover. He goes, things that he put in, like years ago and just forgot about.
Like the Bachelor.
It's always that was a bachelor fridge, we called it. When I was living by myself for many years, different occasions and periods of time. You would have that one potato that had like a tree growing out of it. And then you would have a yogurt in there that not even Louis Pasteur would take a look at under an electron microscope. And it was called Bachelor Fridge. And then there were several things in there that didn't even have expiration dates. They had statute of limitations. And that's it. But your freezer would be the one that would be more curious, I think, than your refrigerator.
My freezer these days,
because
I'm moving
for disgusting frozen food.
My freezer, because I eat out so much, it actually was pretty barren for a while. Then when Mom moved in, it turned into a lot of. She loved her Breyers vanilla ice cream.
Nothing wrong with that. That's
and I'm down to her last half gallon. I'm on
holding that.
Because I used to buy in BOGO. And unfortunately, she passed before she could finish consuming them. And I've been trying to limit my ice cream consumption.
That's the way to go out, though, when you still have Breyers in the fridge.
You die too ahead.
That's leaving ahead of the game.
So the other thing, which to my consternation, at the bottom, like I would always buy BOGO hot dogs at Publix, either Nathan's or Hebrew National.
It's good to have a hot dog there.
So she would end up going through one pack, but then the other pack she wouldn't finish before the expire-by date. So I throw them in the freezer. Right.
I was gonna say.
So for the barbecue, I opened up and I see like all these. There's like 7 hot dog things, spanning from the year 2021 all the way up until like late 23.
Oh, yeah.
So the ones that were basically, they said frozen food, you really should toss even after a year.
I would think.
A year.
So like anything that was
when it looks like it was on the plane that crashed into the Andes Mountains and found 7 years
all
later.
the stalactites where it's
like
in
literally
ice.
glaciers.
It was in the opening scenes of Alive. These hot dogs.
So I did do some
Frostbite.
belated cleaning of the freezer this past week, and I did toss all the frozen hot dogs that were dated 2021, 2022.
Good move.
I saved some that were from the fall of 23 because those were still good.
I have a question for you, a financial question based on this same premise. So I found a check the other day dated uncashed
Was
check.
it from me?
No,
Okay.
uncashed check from 2021.
Oh wow.
The place is still in business. Doesn't say any expiration after 90 days or anything.
Really?
I can't remember for the life of me what the check was for, but do I try and cash this check? Or
Can I ask the amount of the check?
it's $1,500.
Oh, yes.
$1,500 is a
That's a
significant
nice
sum.
guess.
I would run to the bank.
That's what I'm thinking. And actually, it was drawn on the bank that I bank at, where I often get very favorable considerations. I mean, they don't do anything that's out of whack with what would be normal, but they will
That's a
take
nice
into
number.
consideration something like that.
I
as
gotta
opposed to
ask you,
throwing
how
it
did
back
you
in your
lose
face.
it?
No,
You're like
I
my
gotta
wife.
ask you, how does one get to a point in life where you just overlook a check for $1,500?
2021. It wasn't like we were
give
coasting.
when I give similar checks to Lubie, his camera is out.
Next day.
He's depositing it into the
No,
bank account.
I don't
within
know. I mean, and
seconds.
it's possible that this transaction was resolved in some other fashion.
Interesting.
I don't remember what it was for. It came around the time that I bought my place that I'm in now,
Okay.
and it came from a mortgage broker or whatever.
I would consult with a bank representative and possibly a lawyer. Go to the bank itself.
I mean, I probably could
Can I
deposit
get-
it, and all they could do is what? Throw it back on my
Don
face.
Jaffe saying go put it deposit in the ATM, but don't they have a certain limit? Oh, that's
no.
a deposit. That's a takeout, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just go to the bank
Just do an
ATM and put
ATM.
it in the ATM.
throw it
Well, I'm going to run there right after the show. I
It's
think.
worth a
I
try.
I
would
do
do a
have you on
recommendation.
camera on the ATM.
I-
would.
no,
like-
but he's
I don't
not
want to end up
stealing
getting
it.
treated like that guy that took the shot at Trump there, where you got to pull your shirt over your head and walk backwards 3 miles
Oh, man.
while schwitzing in Merritt Island somewhere.
God.
Hey, we got to
Unbelievable.
take our final
We
break. You
do.
got to get out of
People's
here.
gotta
But
go.
Yeah.
before we take the final break, let me put in the good word about Dine Out Lauderdale. Last
Yes.
2 weeks coming up, more than 170 restaurants in the greater Fort Lauderdale area taking part in great deals, including our friends at J&C Oyster,
Nice.
where
We'll
we're
be
going
there
to be
tomorrow.
A lot of people
tomorrow
looking
afternoon.
forward to this, Mayo.
Oh,
They
yeah.
really are.
No, that place
And
is good.
again, J&C Oysters at 2035 Harrison Street. We'll be there for happy hour, but they also have a Dine Out Lauderdale menu that you can request and be among the many to enjoy some of the newer restaurants around town. Get out of your comfort zone. Go onto the line to dineoutlauderdale.com, and also don't forget, go online to vlfoodwine.com. VL stands for Visit Lauderdale,
Yes.
and get your tickets now for the 2025 festival that's coming up in mid-January. All kinds of great events that you can already purchase tickets for. Never too early to get the stocking stuffers for the loved ones in your life who love food. vlfoodwine.com. All right.
All right,
more
yeah,
break.
I'm take
And
off.
you're outta here.
Yeah, I got to
We'll be
do a
back.
guy's radio show, so I'm going to do it from the car.
The Great Greek.
That's
We love
The
the
Greek, yeah.
And-
I don't know if you probably never met the Greek,
I've
but he's
met
a
him,
great
he knows
guy.
of the
several
Greek.
times.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah,
haven't met
okay.
the Greek?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
good for
saw
you.
him at Gulfstream
Yeah.
a couple times.
Good guy, still doing degenerate radio
Never
show.
stole a freight train.
Yeah, no, very
Nah,
nice
we
man.
love Greek.
Very good guy.
All good. All right, let's
Big
take our
fan of
final break.
Monroe's, the steaks at Monroe's.
Actually, because of him, I brought Shirley to one of his events at Monroe's.
Is that a
And
strip club?
It is.
Okay.
Used
But
to
they have a
be, what
back
was the place
room.
called before?
Rachel's?
Yeah,
Was there a
Rachel's.
No,
Rachel's?
but they have a back room
Okay.
that there are no dangers.
Restaurant's good, yeah.
And that area, they serve really good steak.
Fine
do.
rump roast.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do have
We'll be
really
back to wrap up this edition of the Lunchbox after these words. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Prezzo Italian Restaurants, 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. All right, we're back, and then there went one. I'm all by myself. Oh, Luke is here.
Hello.
Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. Great place to come for whether it's a holiday feast or just a everyday meal. You get all the things you need here, freshest in fish, seafood, along with poultry, steaks, and more. Did that little spot there for Prezzo. Our friend Eddie Pizzoli, I got to give him a hat tip because he posted on Instagram about how he's getting all this junk removed from the old Tavolino's restaurant that's being now in Coral Springs being renovated and reimagined as Eddie and Vinny's.
Yeah.
But he tagged this junk removal company, and I said, oh, I might need one of those too. And he says, oh, these guys are great. I gave him a call this morning, a guy named Josh with the boys. And they're going to be coming to my place to remove a whole bunch of junk next week, late next week. It's going to be the final clear out sale of
Casa de Mayo.
Yeah, and I got lots of junk in the trunk and other things.
You've been there a long time.
24 years.
It was a nice. It was a nice house. It was. I was like.
It still is a nice house.
No, because that's what I'm like. Because the way it presents in the front, like. They're older. Like I can't remember. I live out west. I live like
you live
in New Coral Springs.
Yeah, McMansionville, where they have like, the 2 stories and the porticos and things like that. Yeah,
it's sad, but actually not that off from the truth. But especially when how I live, to live somewhere like that, it's funny. It's mostly Shirley Reyes, Lubitz. But
yes.
So when we go there, and Shirley. And I look, my family is from old Miami, so I know places that look small, but they're actually bigger.
But when you go in there, it opens up. And
I've seen your place from the outside, and Shirley and I are sort of creeping, and then we walk in, we're like, wow. And your back area is really nice. Like, you did a really good job with it.
That is what I'm going to miss most about it. This my little sanctuary oasis, a nice pool with a hot tub and a barbecue nook area and a patio and yeah. I mean, I am gonna miss that. We had a nice.
Well, it was also really
party.
cool because it was very old. It reminds you how long you've been there, because Shirley and I were like, wow, he's built like
of the weeds growing through the cracks in the walls.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but no, like you built like this community. Like you had all these friends that were there, and it's all people who either live there now or have lived there. I'm like, wow, that's really freaking, because my family sucked with neighbors, and I've never been great with neighbors. So the fact that you've actually
we
like
really had a
befriended-
nice neighborhood. Our block, we actually
They're
have
really sweet
parties
people.
and get together and have cocktails and do social things. It's really a relic of the past, where people that you not only know your neighbors, but you kind of like them and hang out with them too.
Yeah. It was
And Julian is the life of the party always. He's a neighbor.
well, it was cool.
And-
Your ex-wife there, your girlfriend's there.
Yep, everybody got along.
Everyone gets along well.
It was a beautiful thing.
It was
and
really
my daughter
fun,
was there
like-
in from Tallahassee, and one of her friends, two of her friends were. It was good.
Yeah,
it was a good
great.
time,
I
good
could-
vibes.
I
have
could see
good
why you stayed there so
memories.
long. Like I could see why, with all the crap going on, and we made fun of you, why you held on as long as you did,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's a home. You really built like a
It
community.
feels very homey. Even the realtor, when he walked in, it was the same reaction. Doesn't have a lot of curb appeal, but he walked in. He goes, "Oh wow, this feels like really like."
Yes,
a
you
home.
could live there.
Yeah, and again, with a little TLC, it's going to be make a great home for somebody. And again, but the time was right to move on.
Oh,
New
yeah.
chapters. and,
Obviously.
It's no regrets at all. It was a great time, and we had a great time here today.
Yes.
Tomorrow we got a doubleheader, another
Busy day.
Dania Hollywood doubleheader tomorrow.
Man, be over here.
Breakfast at Grandpa's at 10:30.
Freaking
Come out and
stoked.
join us. I picked up some bagels this morning
Nice.
and saw our man Clive. He's going to be off tomorrow, but we will see Mark Freed.
Well, free.
And then J&C
Freed.
Oyster in the evening for a little happy hour. Hopefully we'll see Elisa again.
Yeah, she's fun.
She's a breath of fresh air.
She's fun.
That
Caesar's
was
great. I like
Caesar.
everyone we've had from there has done. George does a great. Dossie and
Yeah.
Raheem, Seeley, Monica, Chef Monica. We haven't had on. She won't give us
She's
the time
very
of day.
camera shy.
But everyone else has been really fun, and
All
that
good.
place is great. And I hope people get out to J&T. They do a really good
It
job.
is good. They deserve your support because it's, again, what I think one of the best, if not the best, new restaurant in Broward this year. Food is outstanding.
And their happy hour is fantastic, and it's Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay, that's going to do for today. Thanks again to Gene. Jose was busy
We
with
love you.
his
Miss you, Jose,
trade
and,
show today. We'll get him next month,
Doug.
just in time for me to eat up their whole supply of jumbo stone crab claws. Until then, come here for the holidays. And don't forget, stone crab season does begin October 15th.
Yeah, less than a
And
month.
we'll be in here before that first weekend of stone crab season, which is always a fun time. There's one way to make up for a dolphin and Seminole season and gator season that looks as bleak as it does, which is get yourself a platter of stone crabs. Save yourself the aggravation of spending lots of money on tickets and parking. Just invest in crab claws instead. All right, for Jeff Defo of the Forest, Mike Lubie Lubitz, again, Delaware Chicken Seafood, 4191 State Road 7, Hollywood. This is Mike Mayo saying so long. Enjoy every chopped liver, gefilte fish, fried chicken, and enjoy every sandwich.